Twyla with Clutter to Cash. I'm going to give you my first What's Sold video. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure how I want to record this, so we may be playing around with the editing. So I post daily updates, a week delayed, on my TikTok and Instagram channels. I give myself a little bit of time so that I can get everything edited for you. Now, I'm not going into individually priced how much I pay for my items, but just know that most of my items, I get less than $5 each. I do pay up for some things, and I'll let you know if there's one of the cases, but most of my items, I get under $5 cost. Let's go ahead and dive in and look at what sold this week. So on Monday, January 1st, I sold these Manolo Blahnik heels. Okay, these sold for actually $50. They sent an offer, but I've had these sitting in my closet for a long time. These were part of an estate sale that I bought out, and they've been sitting long enough that I was ready to move them. They offered me $50 and I took it. Next, I sold this Ruby Jamar men's jacket. It's a Western men's jacket. This one also sold with an offer. They offered me $21 and I went ahead and took it. Okay, on Poshmark, I sold these Puma women's tennis shoes. They do have some damage. The little emblems were crunched off. These were actually in decent condition. I sold them before and they arrived damaged to the buyer. They sent them back. They got a return and I sold them again. I only sold them for $8, but I was happy to get anything because they were pretty damaged. The shoe themselves are pretty much okay. It's just these plastic emblem on the back were cracked off. Next, I sold this Walt Disney World Resort picture frame. I sold this one for $15. Anything from the Disney parks I pick up. First, because I'm a Disney nut. Second, because they do tend to sell. I sold these Jones New York women's pants. They were pinstriped and they were lined. I sold these for $12. Again, these are an item that I've had in my inventory for quite a while, and I was happy to see them go. So on Monday, I had a total of 5 sold items. My revenue was $130.79. My total profit was $73.79. So my average sale price on the first was $26.16. On January 2nd, I sold these FUBU men's shorts on eBay. They sent an offer of $19.99 and I sold them. Also on eBay, I sold this Lucky Brand shirt, or I sent them an offer and they countered with an offer at $14 and I took it because this has been sitting in my closet for a while. You'll see I've got some things that I've overpriced that has been sitting in my closet and my goal is to get those out. Next, I sold this Tahari women's shirt for $6. I took an offer. This shirt has a big stain on it. This is not something I suggest you pick up, although the brand Tahari can do very well. This shirt was part of an estate buyout that I had at one point, but this shirt was very stained and I was happy to get anything for it. So I was able to recoup some of the money that was invested in this, and I've done well with the estate, so I wasn't worried about it, but I accepted the offer of $6. Next, we moved to Poshmark. I sold these Romika tennis shoes. They're very lightweight, and they're a slide-on like a slide. I sold these for $13. Again, another item that's been sitting for a while in my inventory. The next item I sold were these boots on Poshmark. I sold these for $16. They're unbranded, which I think is part of why they took so long to sell. These were some items that were donated to me by a friend who was moving and just wanted to get rid of them. They're super cute, but it's really hard to move things if they don't have a brand. But these did sell and I made $16 on them. Next, I love this one. I sold this Polo Ralph Lauren teddy bear. He was 2005 New York, curly hair, super cute little teddy bear by Ralph Lauren. And I sold him for $36. I found him at a churchyard sale and I was really excited to pick him up. I know the polo sweaters with the teddy bear on them does well. So here's the teddy bear itself. And last but not least, I missed the first picture, but I had some Sofia Vergara jeans. They were some Melissa Flare button fly, size 26W. I always pick up the larger sizes and these sold for $16. So on January 2nd, I sold a total of 7 items. My average sale price went down a little bit because I did sell a couple things pretty cheap. My total revenue was 144.86, and my profit after what I paid for them was 80.07. January 3rd was very slow. We had one sale. It was these Banana Republic women's pants. I sold them on eBay, and I did take an offer for $15.99. So my total revenue for the day was $23.79. That was the price of this, including the shipping, but I made $10.74 when all the fees and the shipping were taken out. So I had one sold item this day. So this makes me notice that my sales price is including the shipping on these average sale price. January 4th was another slow day, but at least we had some sales. So on January 4th, I sold this Tommy Bahama polo shirt. So this day was not the best day. I paid up a little bit for this Tommy Bahama polo shirt. And I don't know if I have the picture on here, but it had a small hole. So I accepted an offer of $13 on this shirt. So that was my total revenue for the day, and my profit after everything was said and done was $3.59. Not the best deals. Make sure you're checking your things over for holes. January 5th was a bit better. On eBay, I sold these Earthbound Trading Company leggings. Pretty sure I found these at the bins. I sent an offer of $15 for these, and they took it. I found a bunch of dance costumes not long ago from a girl who had hurt her knee and was getting out of dance. So she had a lot of these costumes. This is the latest one that I've sold. I got these for a great price. So these were glamour costumes. They sent me an offer of $25 and I took it. Okay, last, I was really happy to see this item go because this was one of the first items I bought and it was not the best buy. They had a little bit of a stain. I had to clean them. And if you notice, this is one of my first listings back when I actually used a stock photo. I don't use stock photos anymore. And if I think of it, I remove them. But I left the stock photo in here, which isn't even the same color as these pants. So these are some Banana Republic chino pants. They were a gingham print. And I sold them for $10. So I sold 3 items this day. My total revenue was $63.73 and my profit was $38.77. Most of that was due to the dance costume. Okay, let's talk about totals here. For the week, my total revenue was $376.17. My total profit was $206.93. I sold 17 items. I listed 49, and my average sale price was $22.13. A few months ago, most of my sales were on Poshmark, and eBay is steadily taking this over. So I had more sales on eBay than Poshmark, and my top selling categories obviously was clothing. I sold a lot of pants this week and tops. My average sale price for eBay was $29. I took quite a few offers on Poshmark. My average sale price was only $15 on Poshmark. My top selling brands, I'm not really going to pay attention to that much. I think I had 2 Banana Republic items, which made that the winner. Everything else was kind of one-ofs this week. And I actually had more sold items on Poshmark than eBay, but they were lower priced. I took a lot of super cheap offers. So by no means was this a really good week. Also, I did not sell anything on TCGPlayer this week. I have some new inventory that I need to get up that I have not gotten listed yet. So I didn't sell anything on TCGPlayer this week, but I still have payments coming in from what I sold before Christmas. It takes a little while for the payments to come into your account. I had 4 WhatNot shows. Some of them I had pretty much no one in my room. So WhatNot didn't do that great for me this week. They paid me a total of $28.48, and that does not include what I paid for the items that I sold. I'm not figuring out the exact numbers on that for these videos. I didn't sell very many items, and my cost is low enough that I still made a little bit of money, but I probably only actually cleared maybe $5 or $10 after paying for my items. I ran 2 giveaways, which ate into my profits. So WhatNot was not very good this week. This has not been an exciting week. I did make some money, but obviously that's not enough to really cover very much. Like I said, I'm very much in the side hustle side of things right now, but I really want this to scale up into a true business. Is it going to happen? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can grow this with the time that I have available and the budget that I have to spend on things. So I do have a lot of inventory that's already listed. So hopefully that will sell. And I have a full slate of WhatNot shows for next week, and we'll just keep working at this. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this has been helpful. You can see what kind of things I'm selling. Although most of these things I would not say are a go pick this up. The only item on this list that I would say you might want to pick this up are those dance costumes. Other than that, most of these are inventory that's been sitting for a while, and I ended up just taking an offer to get it moving. I'm being very real with you and showing you exactly what's sold. I would love to add in some more spectacular sales, but there just weren't very many spectacular sales this week. I was excited that the Manolo Blahnik shoes moved, but they've been sitting for a while. This week's a little discouraging. I've been working very hard to try and get everything going, and I'm just not seeing the fruits of my labors yet. But the most important word in that sentence is yet. I trust that the work that I'm putting in is getting better. In the last month, I've seen that the newer items that I'm listing new are getting quicker sales, so I'm getting better at sourcing items. You wouldn't know that by this week's sales, because all of this week's sales were items that have been sitting for quite a while. So that's okay. Out with the old, in with the new. We're going to keep trying. Why should you follow me? This is a very realistic view of what it actually looks like as a reseller. There's a lot of less than spectacular weeks. Hopefully it'll pick up and we'll see what happens next week. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to check the daily sales, I do post them a week delayed so that I have time to get everything edited and put up here. Let me know if this is helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. And come hang out in some of my WhatNot shows. Say hi.